Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Vintage Cube video. Bad pack to start. Somehow there's not a single land out of all 15 cards. There's a few blue cards, but they're all kind of weak. Definitely not first picking High Tide. No, I mean you could first pick Porcelain Legionnaire actually, but I'm gonna first pick fourth Eorlingas. Not a card I've played with very much, maybe ever actually. But it's been really good against me several times, and any card that makes you the Monarch is gonna be at least decent if you build your deck with that in mind. Um, so yeah, we'll take this and see if we can get there. I don't normally first pick Boros cards, but here we are. Volcanic Island is tempting. I mean, Jeskai is a great color combination. Alternatively, we could just take the Abrade. I don't think we want to take like Adeline or something. Like turn three Adeline, turn four fourth Aerlingus is good, but um, Volcanic Island or Abrade. I think they're also both better than Ledger Shredder. I'll respond to that in a second. Um, hmm. Volcanic Island or Braid? Braid's really good. So is Volcanic Island. I think I'm gonna take the Volk. If we knew that red was open, like a really good red-white like Boros aggro deck with fourth Airlingus is pretty good, but we don't know that that's gonna be open. And just setting up, ooh, interesting. Like setting up for just blue opens up a lot of possibilities. Now we see Deceiver Exarch. So we could just take like a Dante Vanguard, but I think Volcanic Island and Deceiver seems pretty good. And then we can just set up to try to be Jeskai Twin. Maybe Wheel Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, we'll go for that. Now we see Sunbaked Canyon, which I think is the pick. There's like Gideon is good, Inferno Titan is good. I mean, a lot of decent cards here. But yeah, let's take the Sunbaked Canyon. Now we see Showdown of the Skalds versus Skyclave Apparition. I kind of want to take the Showdown, honestly. Skyclave is probably no. Skyclave has got to be better. Hopefully the Showdown wheels, but we'll take this. Okay, now we see not too much. Late Reanimate. We're probably supposed to just take the Figure of Destiny and potentially. I mean, yeah, we'll take the figure and then maybe go towards a more aggressive deck if that's what's open. Now we see Elspeth, Mind Collapse, Suspicious Stowaway. I kind of like taking the Stowaway here. Elspeth is good, but it's very expensive. I don't think we want to be a Steamkin deck. Yeah, we'll take the Stowaway. Now I take Phantasmal Image. Yeah, so I think I'm happy not to be playing Mono Red or Mono White. But Phantasmal Image looks great here. Hopefully we will Recruiter of the Guard. Um, Now we could take Rabble Master or Thirst for Discovery. Let's take the Rabble Master. I think this is like a Jeskai tempo deck. Thirst for Discovery is fine, but also we're hoping to get a lot of non-basics. Um, okay, what do we want here? Wall of Omens or Adeline? I think Adeline. I think that's a little bit more what this deck is looking like. Right now we're not playing Deceiver Exarch, but these two are totally like blue can be an aggressive color. Like yeah, the threats aren't maybe particularly aggressive, but cards like Spell Pierce and Daze actually play better with cheap aggressive threats than they do in like a long dig through time control game. So Deceiver Exarch is on the fence here, but the other cards look good for like a Jeskai tempo aggro deck. We have all creatures except for fourth Aerlingus. That's kind of funny. Okay, I think this was the pack that had Recruiter of the Guard with the Adonto Vanguard. That's too bad. I think we'll take the Thieving Skydiver here over the Adonto. Yeah. Also, Rampaging Raptor is an option. Or maybe we're supposed to just cut blue. But blue looks kind of open. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I wouldn't fault you for just going pure Boros, but high upside if we can make this work. We do need to get there on the mana. And I'll take Elite Spellbinder. Good pickup. Showdown of the Skalds did wheel. Nice. I guess we'll take the Inspired Ultimatum just in case. And last pick Runaway Steamkin, but we're not heavy red like that. All right, interesting first pack. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, jeez. So Mana Crypt, Splinter Twin, Mana Drain, and Fractured Identity are all like absolute slam dunks here. Um, Mana Drain's probably the worst of the bunch. I think we got to take the Mana Crypt. Crazy to pass Fractured Identity when we're playing those colors, but Mana Crypt is just so perfect with like 4th Eorlingas, Spellbinder, Rabble Master. This is a really good deck for this card. And then if the Splinter Twin comes around, we might take it and go in that direction. And if it doesn't come around, we'll just cut the Deceiver X Arc and be okay with that. Yeah, what a pack. Jeez. We'll take the Mana Crypt though. Wow, now we see Oko, Jace, Mizzy Mortars, Blade Splicer. I think we just take the Mortars here. It's not super exciting, but we need some removal, and we don't have any yet. Yeah, I'll take this card. We could also... No, no, we want to play... Yeah, we want to P all these colors. I was going to say we could potentially cut red, but no. All right, Daze, Narset, both good. Oh, Palace Jailer. I guess we got to take that. I was looking at the Fiery Eyelid, and I was excited about that. But, yeah, can't really pass Palace Jailer here. That card is perfect. And now we see... Oh, my goodness. Whew. Zealous Conscripts, which is both good on its own and good if we wheel the twin. But I think we can't pass Rogran Triumph here. This is the perfect land. Our fixing is bad. Yeah, we'll take... Thalia would also be decent here, but yeah, I don't think we can afford to pass this. Okay, now we can take Factor Fiction, Grim Lavamancer, Treachery. I think those are better than the other options. Um, let's take the Treachery. I don't think it's Factor Fiction. We want to be, like, impacting the board more. Grim Lavamancer is fine, but we actually don't fill the graveyard very quickly right now. Lots of creatures. And I think Treachery... Yeah, Treachery seems like a powerful card. Okay, pretty easy Chandra here. That's a great pickup. Dak Fade. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Like, every single card in this pack would be good except for Talisman and City of Traders. Um, I guess maybe not Stoneforge, and not really Mystic Confluence. Dak, Otari, and the Seacrum Coast are the ones that I'm really considering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will get one last pick from this. I think we can't pass the Seacrum Coast here. Unless we just cut blue. But I like these blue cards. Yeah, we needed them for the curve purposes, among other things. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this. Really painful to pass Dak and Athari this late, but I think that is what we should do here. Now we'll take Oust, solid removal spell. Splinter Twin did wheel, interesting. So we'll take this. Not playing any of these cards. I guess we'll take Magma Opus. So I'm not going to play this just with these two pieces, but if we find redundancy for the combo, we can maybe cut some of the more aggressive elements and become more of a twin deck. Wow. Cathar Commando would be great, but easy Fire Islet. Very happy to see that wheeling. I really hope that our 15th pick is good. There were so many cards in that pack that would help us. Okay, Thalia. Pretty interesting. I think we play this. Jeskai Tempo. Alright, we'll take Bergie and not play it. I've not seen Mystic Forge be good yet. Escape to the Wilds, not play it. Yes! That is awesome. I was really hoping for that. Okay. Pack 3. Breach doesn't seem very good. There's Bobble, which also doesn't seem very good. Shark Typhoon. Nah. This pack is really bad for us, actually. I guess we could take Trinket Mage. It finds Mana Crypt right now, and we might find something else that it gets. Yeah, I'll take a Trinket Mage. Ooh, Fable. Also Caracas. I don't think we're a Talisman of Conviction deck. Rafine Sour is fine. Fable is great, but I'm actually going to take the Caracas here, I think. Yeah, this card is very strong, and we're going to end up with a million playables. Nice. Plateau, great pickup. Yeah, we'll just slam that. Could play Smuggler's Copter, but I want the fixing. Okay, we're not a balanced deck. We didn't get the Stoneforge on the wheel. Leyline Binding could be okay. I don't think we want a Taiga. I don't think we want Goldspan Dragon. I guess we'll take Binding. Now we see Verdant Catacombs, which unfortunately does not help us. The only fetch land that doesn't find Rogran Triome. I think we take Magda here. Yeah, that's actually a really good pickup. Treasures are nice in a deck with sketchy fixing. I think we're cutting the twin combo since we didn't wheel Zealous Conscripts. Or Burst Lightning versus Spire Bluff Canal. Gotta be the Spire Bluff here. Yeah. Alright, the mana base is coming together pretty well now. So if we play 17 lands here, we need 2 more spells. Right now, also Trinket Mage is kind of sketchy. We're cutting this at the moment. With how this is developed, maybe it would have been better to just be Boros. Oh, wow. Late Kiki Jiki. Hmm. Yeah, I think we do play this now. Because Kiki Jiki is also just good with like Rabble Master and Palace Jailer and Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, let's take this. Now it's kind of tempting to try to get these back in. Um, None of these cards seem particularly good. I don't think we're a Goblin Guide deck. We're not a Mock Turtle deck. We could take Beaumont Courier to make the Trinket Mage good, but I think I'd rather just cut the Trinket Mage. Actually, we'll take the Beaumont, but probably not playing it in the main deck. I think I'm kind of like the idea of cutting Thalia and adding in more non-creatures and then bringing in Thalia in matchups where it's good. Bubble doesn't do much. We'll take the Breach, which is potentially very powerful. Time Warp, okay. I don't think I'm in a main deck yet, but it's a card we could play in some matchups. Smuggler's Copter is a card we definitely will play. So I think right now we would run it like this. Interesting deck. I'm missing the Zealous Conscripts. I think we took a land over the Zealous Conscripts, though, which I stand by. Um, Top doesn't do much here. Although I guess we have the Trinket Mage. Maybe we actually do play Trinket Mage now that we have Top as well. These are both decent, but we'll take this. Weathered Wayfarer, another card that's good. We'll bring that in when we're on the draw. Okay, Leyline Binding is 3 mana usually, but I think it's not worth it here. It will often be more than 3 mana because we have like Sunbaked Canyon, Seachrome Coast, stuff like that. And I actually think I'm not going to play the Splinter Twin. It's really only good with the Deceiver Exarch, but Kiki and Deceiver Exarch, we'll just play like one part of each of part of the combo and accept that they're like fine on their own too. Like Deceiver Exarch just tapping a blocker or Kiki Jiki copying Palace Jailer are both good. Yeah, this seems like a solid way to build it. Do we want to play the Courier? I don't think so. So let's sort by color. Pretty even. Well, no. I guess we're heavier on red and white. 9 red, 9 white, 6 blue. So if we did 3, 3, 3, that gives us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white. Yeah, I think that seems fine. Kiki could be hard to cast. Maybe we're just supposed to not even play the combo, actually. Triple red seems ambitious. If we cut those two, then we can bring back in, like, I guess the Beaumont and Thalia and just try and keep the curve down. Yeah, I think I like this plan. Also makes Adeline and the Monarch stuff better. Yeah, yeah, we'll run it like this. Um, and then for the mana base, we just added cheap white card, cheap red card. Yeah, I think we just keep it like this. All right, this deck seems sweet. Jeskai Tempo with a twin plan in the sideboard. Kind of funny to have like Splendid Twin, Kiki Jiki, and Deceiver Exarch. If we had the Zealous Conscript, I would play all of the twin stuff and just like probably cut the aggro angle. But with only one Deceiver Exarch and like no card draw, we don't have Recruiter of the Guard or whatever to find it. We don't have like Ponder Preordain. We just have like a bunch of creatures, so we're just hoping to naturally draw it. Seemed a little bit too light. Also, we do have this Inspired Ultimatum. Um, a few different sideboard plans. Against decks with no removal, we can sideboard in the twin combo. On the draw, we can bring in Tide Taker and Weathered Wayfarer to stabilize. And then if we, I don't really know what matchup we'd want Inspired Ultimatum, but we do have the mana for it, so we could maybe cast it. I would love for the ultimatums to be good. I am skeptical, but who knows? Maybe they're better than I'm giving it credit for. Either way, we'll run it like this, and I'll see you in round one. All right, on the play here against Jajak. I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, we'll keep this. We have all our colors. Do we want? I think I'm gonna lead on the Triome. It like we might end up wanting to cycle it, but it just makes our mana so much better to have this in play on turn one, and we can cycle the Fiery Islet if we need to. This hand is not very proactive, of course. Maybe we're supposed to mulligan to like Mana Crypt, Ravel Master, but I think keeping a hand with all of our colors is important. Okay, planes go. Basic Mountain was not what we were looking for, of course, but not the end of the world. A lot of colors over there. Everything except blue. Okay, yeah, we'll play that. It might die. Hopefully not. If they do kill it, I at least hope they kill it on their turn. If they kill it end of turn and then untap and develop a threat, that's kind of bad for us. They're pondering on the end step. Oh, Vampiric Tutor, interesting. Was not expecting Vampiric Tutor out of the turn one Jetmir's Garden deck. If they're doing Reanimator shenanigans, that's totally fine. Oust is good against that. Yeah, I really have no idea what they could be getting here. Caracas. I'm happy I'm not playing the Kiki Jiki now. Grist. Okay, that's totally fine. I wonder if that's what they got with the tutor. Ooh. Is that better than Skyclave Apparition? I think it is. So we connect. Loot away Mountain, probably. Good draw. Yeah, I don't care about them having Grist for a turn. We're going to become the Monarch. And then next turn we can potentially go Treachery into Skyclave. Beaumont Courier, okay. Opponent's playing kind of slow. I don't think there's anything they could be pondering here on our end step. All right, we'll see what they can do. This is a key turn. If they cannot present some significant board presence that's impervious to our interaction, then we'll be in a really good position if we get to untap. Take out the Grist, add two more creatures, still drawing two cards a turn. So again, this is definitely a matchup where we don't want to be playing the combo. On the draw, if we, well, a little presumptive to say we're on the draw for game two, but if we are on the draw for game two, we'll probably bring in the Weathered Wayfarer. Do they have a Palace Jailer of their own? Oh no, they don't. Vraska, okay, that's fine. They can kill the Stowaway if they want to, or they can plus. Neither one seems that problematic. Sure. So we can kill all three of their permanents. Yeah, I mean, we're in a great position here. So we're going to untap, go Skyclave Apparition, take out your Grist. Oust, take out the Insect. Beaumont Courier, attack Vraska, and then Palace Jailer will go at them. Unless we just want to leave Palace Jailer back to block. Nah, nah. Especially having drawn that. Although maybe we... No, no, let's just still go for the Beaumont. So start with Skyclave Apparition. Actually, I will play the Figure of Destiny. It means we don't get a card under the Beaumont, but I think being able to potentially attack with the Figure of Destiny next turn is pretty important. So Grist is gone. Let's oust your Insect. Then send this guy in at the Vraska. Oh, was not expecting that. That is actually really bad. Yeah, they get to block this, and now they are threatening to become the Monarch. We can play the Beaumont Courier, but if they can remove the Beaumont, which is as our blocker, that's bad. I guess we'll play Figure of Destiny because I'm fine with chump blocking with this. Beaumont Courier is better in a Monarch game. We can just get in there and become the Monarch when they're not expecting it. But yeah, that Snuff Out was a huge blowout. Spellbinder, decent draw. It would be pretty bad if they like kill our Figure of Destiny, become the Monarch, and develop a threat. I think we will lose if they are able to do. Yeah, I mean basically they'll become the Monarch if they kill the Figure of Destiny. So kill Figure and develop a threat, we lose. I think we could beat either one of those two, but if they can do both, it'll be bad. They probably don't sack anything here. Yeah. Leyline Binding. Okay. So they're gonna become the Monarch, but I think we're still in an okay position if they can't play another thing. And luckily, Palace Jailer took out a token, so they don't get anything back when they become the Monarch. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the. Oh, do we just go for everything? Oh no, they have a Caracas, so this doesn't do anything, sadly. All right, I'm gonna go for the Treachery. If they have a kill spell for their own token in response, that's bad. But with only 2 men up, I think we got to go for it. Nice. Now we'll play Elite Spellbinder to take a look at their hand and clear the path for a Beaumont Courier to reclaim the Monarchy. Whoa, that's a hand. Um, I guess we take the Karmic Guide, which they can still play, but at least it makes them use their Mana Crypt. And get in there, Beaumont. It ended up being very relevant, unsurprisingly, that we have the hasty attacker. I'm happy we threw the Figure of Destiny under the bus rather than the Beaumont. So we become the Monarch again. And they can go like Karmic Guide, bring back Thraben Inspector. But if they do that, they have to play Mana Crypt and use and tap their Karakas, which means we get a hit in with Otari. Let me know how to pronounce this. Is it Th or T? Othari or Otari? Sun's Glory. This card is really sweet. They can kill off their Vraska to kill any of our creatures, but that's fine. We have strength in numbers, not strength in quality. If we draw land, we can play Trinket Mage for 0 mana by getting Mana Crypt, but I think that's not actually worth it. Like having Mana Crypt in play seems like a bit of a liability here for them as well as for us. So now they just tap 7 for Karmic Guide. They're going to need to crack their Bloodstained Mire. Oh, Noxious Gearhulk. Okay, that's bad. That was a really good top deck. And now with the Recurring Nightmare, yeah, I think that is going to be enough to beat us, unfortunately. I'm not going to concede yet, but we're getting close to that territory. If they can just be looping Noxious Gearhulk with the Recurring Nightmare. Man, good top deck. That is painful. Now they can sack their Mana Crypt too. I guess I'd rather be able to play Karmic Guide next turn. Karakas of our own. Okay, so we'll go land. Otari. So we'll send this at Vraska. I think I do want to kill the Vraska, so we'll send all of this. It does mean they're going to be able to become the Monarch on the backswing, but I think it's worth it to take the Vraska out. Also, if they're attacking, well, no, I mean, we're just actually going to lose no matter what, right? They're just going to like play Noxious Gearhulk like 4 times next turn. Yeah, I can't really imagine a way we win from this position. Maybe if we find 4th Eorlingas. Man, we were so far ahead until they had the snuff out. I was feeling great at that point, but now Recurring Nightmare is just going to wreck us. And their life total is pretty high, so we don't have any chances of killing them there. So we're not going to be bringing in Weather Wayfarer after all. I think we're just going to run back the main deck. Of course, now we're in a situation where Inspired Ultimatum would almost be good. Although actually it's not even because we have too many white sources. So they're playing Abzan. Not a common archetype, but it's wrecking us right now. Maybe we're supposed to try to find a more proactive hand. They should definitely attack before doing their Recurring Nightmare stuff. Or they just hard casting Karmic Guide. Okay, that seems incorrect. I mean, they're letting us attack with Otari again. Yeah, I don't think this was the right play. I think they should have just played. They could have played Recurring Nightmare twice and just like sack their Nox, hit us for 5 to become the Monarch, then sack the Gearhulk to put the Thraben Inspector in play, sack the Thraben Inspector, put Gearhulk back in play. But yeah, instead, we're actually in a decent position now. Let's play the Showdown. Interesting. Do we want to steal their mana crypt or not? I don't think so. I think I want them to have mana crypt at this point. Um, so let's just attack with Atari and our rebels. So we get two more rebels. They can eat one with the Gear Hulk, trade with Karmic Guide, take four. Oh, next turn we can actually potentially Thieving Skydiver to steal Noxious Gear Hulk. That would be sweet. They should definitely block with the Karmic Guide too, yeah. So they take five. Oh, they even chump block. Okay. Maybe against this we actually are supposed to take the Mana Crypt. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Mana Crypt actually. Well, stealing this Gear Hulk next turn seems really good. I don't want them to gain life, but I think, yeah, I guess we will play the Copter first. The possibility of stealing the Gear Hulk seems too good to pass up. And yeah, they can, like, maybe gain some life, but they're also maybe taking some damage. I think this is fine. Phantasmal Image, great draw. Really good draw. So we can copy the Karmic Guide and bring back Palace, or bring back. Maybe we just copy their Gear Hulk actually. We'll see what they do. But I do think it's better to exile their things than to kill them when they have Recurring Nightmare. They lose the flip, so they're down to six. They did okay. They had a land, so they were actually going to be able to do Recurring Nightmare twice either way. Um, they will be able to Karakas bounce our Otari this turn. Yep, there's the Nightmare. So I can sack Gear Hulk to bring back Karmic Guide and bring back Gear Hulk again. They should attack us first, which they finally do. And it has Menace, so we cannot block. I would definitely chump block if I could. All right, but now that we're the Monarch, or now that they're the Monarch. Oh, no, no. Okay, so Palace Jailer works even if you are already the Monarch. But yeah, so we can go. Probably there will be a Karmic Guide in play. They bring back the Gear Hulk again. Kill Otari. We could have prevented them from killing our Otari by leaving up Karakas. I decided to save the life because I figured this card would just like not be relevant when they're using Karakas against it. But then we have been able to get two attacks in somehow. Okay, they kill the Rebel. That's interesting. How much mana do we have? Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So we have exactly enough to steal a Gear Hulk. Okay, are they going to put the Thraben Inspector into play now? Okay, they get rid of the Karmic Guide. That plays around the Phantasmal Image. Not that I think that's what they were doing intentionally, but it does have that effect. Hmm. Against this, I kind of think we just do steal the Gear Hulk, taking it out of their Recurring Nightmare circulation. So we'll go land, play this with Kicker. Wait, does this say non-creature? No, 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 just any creature. Okay. And we'll put a counter on our Beaumont Courier so it can swing through their Thraben Inspector. Sorry, Magda. Um, do we just crew with Otari? Yeah, they're 100% to bounce this, so let's just crew with it. So we leave back two guys to block and protect the Monarchy. Then we swing in for 5. We're a little low on cards in library. Wow. Okay, I think the turn where they played Karmic Guide, they could have won if they had just looped the Noxious Gearhulk, and I also think they could have won if they had been more vigilant with Caracas stopping our Otari. But we're able to sneak out a win somehow. Feels good. Now let's bring in Weathered Wayfarer on the draw. Maybe Leyline Binding should just be in our deck, actually. Um, I think on the draw we cut Thalia. That's not really as good of a plan there. And what's the last cut? I did bring in the Weathered Wayfarer, but I still think cutting a land is greedy. Could cut like Rabblemaster or Adeline, but they're both pretty strong. Could cut a Beaumont on the draw. Yeah, I'll cut this. It's like really bad against Thraben Inspector. It is an extra Trinket Mage target, but with 2 Trinket Mage targets, I think that's still fine. All right, on the draw here for game 2. No Weathered Wayfarer, but definitely keep. No Blue Source either. Maybe that's more relevant. Bet they have a Thraben Inspector and they're realizing they don't have an untapped white source to get. All right, best draw here is Jeskai, Triome, or Weathered Wayfarer. Drawing a basic plains is probably a slightly below average draw, but not the worst. I'm just happy I'm not drawing like some double blue card. I guess technically this is probably a spot where we're supposed to lead on plains, play around Wasteland. Oh man, Caracas is so annoying. All right, we might just get wrecked this game. They have 4 mana on turn 2, and they have a perfect answer to our only playable spell. Whew. Yeah, not great. Inquisition doesn't do too much here. None of these 3 cards that they can take do anything. They take the Magda, even though they have Caracas. There's the Thraben Inspector that we correctly predicted last turn. And they're just cracking the clue. If I draw an island that I'm tempted to just fire off the Phantasmal Image immediately, man, this Caracas is just a beating. I guess we only have 3 legends, 4 counting Thalia, but we've drawn them a lot against them. On the play, maybe we bring back in Beaumont Courier, but again, it's so bad against this. Maybe we bring in Time Warp. All right, right now we're winning the race. They're taking 1.5 a turn, and we're taking 1 a turn. I have a feeling they're going to change that here, though, with 5 mana. Him to Torok? Sure. Those cards weren't doing much. Granted, none of our cards are doing much. Okay, good draw. Do we want to take out this Mana Crypt? I'm not going to take it out now for sure. I'm not going to copy the Thraben Inspector. Um, Let's see. Let's go to their upkeep. If they lose the flip, I'm less inclined to take it out. Yeah, I think it's worth it to do this. It just slows them down a lot. It makes it way harder for them to cast Noxious Gear Hulk or anything like that. It also means they're more likely to have to tap their Karakas to play their spells, which means we can get in some hits with this, hopefully. Even one hit with this is solid. It's a 7, or like, we gain 3, they take 5, so it's an 8-point life swing, and we get a 2-2. And now if they do nothing and we draw a brick, I probably will copy this just to use our mana. It's not phenomenal, but I think just playing Drago doesn't really seem great. And this at least cantrips. Cantrips with a little extra value. I wonder where the word cantrip came from. And it kind of doesn't make sense. Be very happy if they use a removal spell on this Thraben Inspector end of turn. So far they got a 2-for-1 off the Hymn to Torok. We both got kind of 2-for-1s off of Thraben Inspector. And then it's been 1-for-1 trade, so they're up like one card. They're also down 12 minutes, so even if they win this game, they're going to have a hard time winning game 3. Okay, there's their first green source. That's good for them. But they don't do anything else. I don't want to just jam this into the Caracas. Smuggler's Copter, okay. Yeah, those are both much better. So let's go land, Copter, Figure, and we'll pass. So now we have a solid advantage on the board. And if they ever tap out, we get a nice attack in with this. Our Phoenix. Fourth Eorlingas would be a sweet draw. 6 power with haste and trample and the Monarch. And then our opponent's just 100% a timeout, right? I like this guy a lot. If you see this video, Montana guy, just know I do still wish that I could live in Montana, honestly. I'm excited about the Chicago situation, but I'll retire to Montana or something. It's a beautiful place with good Magic players. All right, they are going to make a move here, which makes sense. They kind of have to, since we're solidly ahead on board. They play Sculler, sure. One more red or white source, and we're threatening. Or no, I guess we need 2 more. We're getting kind of close to just making this an 8-8. All right, so no attacks. End of turn, we'll level this up. And then we can come in for 7. Not insignificant. Without knowing their hand, it's hard to say how much good the Leyline Binding on the Mana Crypt is doing, but I think I'm happy we made that play. I mean, there's certainly no other permanents that we desperately need to remove. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. I don't want to have to level up this Figure of Destiny. So we're just gonna go to combat, swing, almost definitely discard whatever we draw. And then they're probably not gonna block this. If they do block it, I'll just not be able to play Showdown this turn, and that's fine. I think I will loot here. Elite Spellbinder would be good, but Showdown of the Skulls is better. Actually, maybe that's not even true. No, I think Showdown of the Skulls is better. All right, let's see what we hit. opponent's down below 5 minutes. All right, a lot of action. Play the Triome and pass. We can't play all of these things next turn, but we can play two. Or we could just overload Mizzy Mortars potentially. Adeline doesn't do much against the Caracas, so right now we're probably planning on going Mizzy Mortars, the Tide Hollow, and then Palace Jailer. But if they play more creatures, we might just overload Mizzy Mortars and not even worry about the Monarchy. We're also going to get to put two counters on our things. Not the Thraben Inspector because that would just kill it. But we can level up our Smuggler's Copter probably. Yeah, that's a weird attack. I feel like they're solidly on the defense here. Although they do know that we have removal from this Showdown of the Scalds. Recurring Nightmare with no creatures in the graveyard. Resolves. Oh, man. Do we just cast that? If we just play fourth Eorlingas, make four dudes, can we just kill them? Almost. So we'd attack with five 2/2s, including Figure of Destiny, and a Smuggler's Copter. That's for 13. They'd have to block two things. The problem is, if we don't play this fourth Eorlingas now, they can just take it with the Sculler. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ignore the thing. It's kind of interesting, but so let's go crew the copter. We're just gonna ignore all three of these cards. Maybe that's not right. Maybe we are supposed to get our value. No, no, no. I think this is better. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's so close. Because no, it's just got to be right. We get so much board presence. We put them to one or very low. It feels bad to just lose all of these cards, but I think it is the correct play here. I'm not gonna loot now because I don't want to just mill myself. There's just no value in that. Do we attack with a figure? Then they trade here, chump here, and go to one. I mean, yeah, there's no way they can win in like 5 ways. They're at 3 minutes. So we're gonna say no. Lag is a little frustrating. I didn't actually realize. I maybe this is good, but I didn't realize how slow they were playing until they got low. But all right, so weirdly long 2-0. We do get the dub. Looking for trophy number 16. I'll see you in round two. All right, here we are for round two on the draw with a great hand. We'll definitely keep. I would rather be on the play, of course, but if they play a one-drop creature, maybe it's even better to be on the draw. Oh, I wish we could play or Thalia before they get their bobble out. Okay, I'm not gonna play around Wasteland here. I think I'm actually happy if they Wasteland us. Mardu, huh? Okay, do we want to play Thalia or Smuggler's Copter? Usually you want to play Copter before your threats. Thalia is very good, though. I think I'm still gonna do it, though. Yeah, I'm gonna play Copter first. It's close. Like if they have a 3 mana Planeswalker that they really want to play next turn, then this is maybe worse. But I like that this blanks their removal. Like if they pass with Lightning Bolt up, this is much better. Oh, they were playing. Lurrus Bauble. That's a combo. So they get to draw a card. We can oust it. But that's annoying. We'll go land, oust, Thalia, Crudicopter and hit, which probably discarding island. Okay, Skyclave Apparition is a more permanent answer to the Lurrus. I kind of wish they were replaying Lurrus this turn, but we'll see. If they don't play anything, that's got to be good for us, and if they do play anything, we can Skyclave Apparition it, so that's fine. The Lurrus is, like, annoying, but it's by no means unbeatable. Alistar Thalia for 2 mana. That's pretty annoying, actually. Because now we're not going to do anything on our turn unless we top deck something. Sheoldred. Oh, man. Okay, this is really bad now. They could take our Otari, and then we just don't have that much going. They take the Apparition. Interesting. No, they have the Ephemerate Grief combo. Brutal. Wow. All right, fair enough. We're in a really bad position now. We top deck a Triome. Um, okay, let's just play land, go, and we're going to cycle the Triome end of turn. I don't want to cycle it now because I want them to think that we drew a spell. So they don't hit us for 3. They just, oh wow, they don't, okay, fair enough. So now they can replay the Lurrus, replay the Bauble. We can Skyclave that person, take out the Lurrus, but we're way behind now. Oh wait, why did I, no, we don't have a Skyclave. We can't take out the Lurrus. That is okay. So hit for 3. Good draw. I'm going to bounce the Lurrus. They can replay it and replay Bauble and just like keep on getting value, which is not great, but it's better than not doing this. Showdown of the Skulls was a great draw. It's going to cost 5 with the Thalia, but that's fine. Council's Judgment. Naming Smuggler's Copter. All right. They attack. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So we'll play the Showdown. Okay. Not bad. We'll get the Figure of Destiny out there. And then next turn we can put 2 counters on one of the things. And we definitely want to be aggressive here. We could leave the Thalia back and then they can't attack. But this is a situation where we want to trade 3 damage for 2 damage. They're like, oh, they, what? I thought I was like behind almost. I guess they might, wow, that's crazy. All right. So my best, they definitely have a lot of spells they can't cast, and they were frustrated about that. My best guess is that they have another color, like they're playing blue also, and they didn't have blue mana and they were tilted, but maybe they just had a bunch of 5-drops. I don't know. Weird game. We beat the Grief Scam. That feels good. So they're playing like Mardu mid-range. Let's bring the Wayfarer on the draw for the Beaumont Courier. I think I like making that exchange. Binding, yeah, we'll bring that in and cut. Maybe Trinket Mage. Like, we're playing this card because of Mana Crypt, but we don't have that high of a curve. It's not like Mana Crypt on turn 4 is that amazing anyways. Yeah, I think Binding is probably better for us, and we'll run it like this. Alright, very good hand. Just Boros control almost. All right, we'll get the Wayfarer out there. And now they need to decide if they're gonna skip their land drop or just let us be way ahead. This is like kind of like land tax. Dark Confidant. That's great news for us. Um, we probably should get a blue source. So I'm not gonna get Caracas. Yeah, we'll get Seachrome Coast and go land oust. They play another land. Great. We'll keep on getting our Wayfarer value. There's Luris. I'm just going to let them have Luris for this turn. We'll get Spirebluff Canal. And play land Thalia. And now they can replay Dark Confidant, but we can get another land and then Skyclave Apparition the Bob or the Luris. Man, Weathered Wayfarer is so good. I mean, not always, but it's really, really good here. So, yep. I will get Caracas now. And then Apparition to take out the Bob. And I think in this situation, I'm actually not going to. Well, no, I will attack. I will attack. I'm fine with them trading Skyclave Apparition for Luris. Yes, we have Caracas, but Luris is a legend that can give value even when we do have Caracas. There's the Bauble. It's a lot less good when they have to spend mana on it. They finally decide to skip a land drop so that we can't keep on getting value. Um, okay, let's go for the Mana Crypt. So we'll go Mana Crypt. I'm just going to play land. It means we can't get two lands off of the Showdown of the Skalds if we hit two, but that's fine. I think it's worth it to hold up Caracas. Didn't even hit two lands there. Okay, we'll bounce the Luris and then attack and then just win. Yeah, I mean, we were massively ahead. Props to Weathered Wayfarer for that one. Picking up three lands, I think, is a big part of why we were able to win that game. Yeah, smooth sailing so far. We're yet to drop a game. I'll see you in the finals. All right, here we are for the finals. On the draw, unfortunately, but with a good hand. I mean, a little light on land, but we have two Monarch cards. Hopefully, they're playing a control deck. Island Go, or yeah, Island Preordain is very good to see. This is a situation where Trinket Mage for Mana Crypt will actually help us, probably. Although I don't love paying a bunch of life for Fiery Islet and for Mana Crypt. They go top top. I also don't love that. Alright, then Probe, they see what's up. Best draw would be a Mana Crypt of our, like just ripping Mana Crypt here. A land would be fine too. Yeah, that's really nice actually. A painless land that gives us our double white. Now, do we want to just jam Thieving Skydiver on turn two? I think I will, given our hand. We just have so much action, and we also have like Adeline and Monarch that make us just want to have creatures on the board. If they counter this, that's also fine. If they mana drain this into a scary 5-drop, that's not great. Consider, sure. Lots of cantrips over there. I think they don't know about the oust, so it would be great if they just go like cantrip, 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 Murktide Regent, and then we oust it. They do like their top card. Man, they've gone top with both Preordained Scries and with their Consider Surveil. They love what their deck is naturally given to them. All right, I mean, I'm just going to go for the Adeline. They're likely going to counter it, but I think that's still the play. Yep. We'll accept the 1-for-1 trade and get in for two. So they know about these three. They don't know about these two. So they don't know that we don't have a land. and therefore will probably be afraid of the monarch. Okay, Urza Saga, interesting. We do draw the land. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the fourth Eorlingas here. I think it's likely to get countered, but we just have so many threats. We just need to keep on jamming them into their. Well, yeah. We just need to be jamming here with a hand like this, especially against Urza Saga. There's some like we want to make them tap mana, to prevent them from using the Saga later. But we're just going to be presenting threats every turn, so I think we just want to keep presenting threats. If they have Cryptic Command, it's bad. But if they just go like Miscalculation, it's not the end of the world. They do have Cryptic Command. That is bad. I stand by my prior assessment. Do we just jam Palace Jailer next turn? I think so. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to save Trinket Mage to get Beaumont Courier. If this resolves, I'm going to leave both creatures back so we can defend the Monarchy. If they counter it, we're going to attack with Thieving Skydiver. Bummer. Okay. I mean, yeah, we're definitely losing now. They've had counterspells to line up with all of our threats. Maybe that means I'm playing them poorly. Maybe we're supposed to play Drago, but that doesn't feel right when we have no pressure. Like, I'm sure that having more lands in play helps them more than it helps us. Yeah, and we're getting wrecked here. Like, counterspell traded 2 mana for 3 mana. Cryptic Command traded 4 for 4 but drew a card. Mana Drain traded 2 for 4 and generated 4 mana. So it essentially traded 4 mana for -2. I am happy to replay the Thieving Skydiver here. I mean, if they were at 17 life or whatever, then it would look pretty much unwinnable. But with them at 11, it's possible we could choose them out somehow. This is probably a kind of rough matchup, though. We need to be more threat dense. I think Tide Taker seems great against all the counter magic. Um, we could also potentially play. Well, no, Weather Wayfarer's Battle in the draw. I don't think we really want Leyline Binding. I don't think we want the twin combo. So yeah, we'll probably just bring in the Tide Taker for Oust. What? They fail to find? I see. That's why they failed to find. Okay, I'm happy to see that. They attack for 4. Oh, looks like Tinka. Well, we have Oust and Treachery. That deals with some stuff they could be tinkering for. They also have 2 cards left. They could have more counter magic, but they've already gone through a bunch. Okay, that's yeah. We have good answers for that. I'm gonna go for the high upside play of Treachery. Hopefully, we draw land so that we can oust it if the Treachery doesn't work. No such luck. Um, yeah, I mean, we're gonna go for it. Nice. Um, we definitely want to play Thalia. I think we just play out our hand. We'll trigger mid for Syntha's Divine top here. I think. Could also get the Courier. I think the Courier is better actually, especially with Thalia in play. I'm gonna play this, hit them for 2, and pass. Fletcher looking pretty nice here, I'll say that much. All our exciting Boris Monarch cards got wrecked, but now just the blue stuff is winning. Maybe that's annoying, but that's how it is. Alright, nice. We beat mono blue, or I guess blue red. They have artifacts, they have Tinker. I don't think we're normally going to want to play Thieving Skydiver on turn 2, but in that game it definitely worked. On the draw, let's bring Weathered Wayfarer and Tithe Taker. Leyline Binding is also an option to deal with their Tinker things. Also deals with their Tinker things, though. I do want Treachery. I like Magda. I think we can cut Mizium Mortars. Cut Trichomage on the draw. And then also cut Beaumont Courier for binding. Yeah, I think I like this plan. We'll run it like this. 5-0. You have to drop the game. Let's get that trophy, baby. Ooh. No white mana, but we can play. We can hopefully make white mana with Magda. Definitely a keep. And against a deck that's light on removal, both of these threats on turn 2, on turn 1 are good. Oh, wow. Which one do we want to play first? I think I'm going to play Magda here. We have a lot of gas. We don't really need to be looting. It would be nice if they just pass back and hold up counter magic and we get to flip Stowaway and start drawing cards. But they might like have a cantrip or something, and I think getting the Magda down seems pretty valuable. Especially to make white mana for 4th Eorlingas. Okay. Good attack. Then we can play Chandra, plus for mana, and play Stowaway. Could also... Oh, they have Force of Negation. Interesting. Good days. Good thing we have the treasure token. Okay, that's fine. We're still solidly ahead on board. We got a 2-for-1 there. And we got 4th Eorlingas ready to wreck them if they ever tap out. Jace the Mind Sculptor bouncing Magda. Yeah, this is not going to work for your opponent. Oh, they Brainstorm. Okay, that's also not going to work for you. Daze is gone, so we don't need to worry about that. It is kind of bad if they hit Force of Will. But if this 4th Ailing gets resolved, they're just going to concede. We're also 2-for-2 on Fibs. Okay, double white's not exactly what I wanted, but that's fine. Turn 3, we're going to make 4 dudes. Oh my god. So, you, Jace, you. Make another treasure, become the monarch, hit you down to 12. We're threatening to put them to 1 next turn. With a monarch. Jeez. I guess that's our first game with the mana crypt on turn 1. And I kinda like it. They could have balance. We'd still be ahead, but not by as much. They could have Cryptic Command to tap draw. They could have nothing and concede. Wow, what a dominant performance by this deck. We didn't drop a game. Maybe 1 or 2 games that we should have dropped, but yeah, this deck was just great. It was like very powerful, fast, proactive, lots of good threats. Our interaction was a little weak with we had no counter magic and not that much removal. But we just wanted to like be the aggressor and have them be reacting to us, and then have threats that were hard for them to interact with. And we had a lot of threats that could just like snowball really quickly. We never had one like this, but Adlon and Rabblemaster can both just completely take over a game on its own. I'm glad we had some Otari games and some 4th Airlings games. Showdown of the Skulls was consistently good. Chandra, Palace Jailer, Treachery on that Triplicate Titan was sweet. Just a really solid deck all around. Everything performed pretty well, and yeah, we were able to win with a bunch of twin stuff in the sideboard. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.